was awakened at about 4:30 in the morning by the police banging on the door almost in a panic, saying there's a wildfire coming towards your ranch and you need to get out of here. We came out and the entire sky from the right to the left was completely filled with yellow smoke and orange flame and such, and it was a couple hills back. The winds were gusting at about 60 miles an hour and the fire was moving at about 30 feet a second. We started to pack up a number of things here and realized that I had too many animals in the house and such to try to get everybody out, evacuated, and one very sick animal who eventually passed away the next day, so we decided to stay and really protect the house. The house is pretty much filled with, even though the doors were closed and the windows were closed, pretty much filled with smoke and some ash that had blown under the seals at the bottom of the doors. That's how hard the wind was blowing. That would pretty much describe, I think, the extent of it. We had helicopters involved, smoke was involved, the wind at 60 miles an hour. The estimator actually came out with the agent from Chubb, the appraiser, to look at the damage, assess it. Very quickly, they went through all the various things. It took us about 2.5 hours to cover all the ground here for all the damage related to the house and that fire. And very quickly, within a week, we had the contracts in our hand to do the work. And within a few days of signing the contracts, the work began. It was pretty much 3-4 days later. The crews were impressive, to say the least. They literally changed the entire smell of the house back to the way it should have been. There wasn't any hint of there being smoke, and if you didn't see the damage outside on the landscaping that the fire caused, you wouldn't know there had actually been a fire here. Okay, so the insurance adjuster named Tony did an exceptionally good job of handling the claim and really assessing all the damage that we had. Chubb, I never really had to file a claim with Chubb before. We've had them since we bought the house 6 years ago. I was told they were an exceptionally good company to work with, and that is my experience. And really, I'm pleased beyond words with these guys because they really paid the claim as it was needed to restore the house and did not try to barter it down or take shortcuts. They paid what was really required to return the house and restore the house back to its original condition before the fire. And I couldn't be a stronger advocate, probably the right choice of words, for Chubb. They're an exceptionally good company. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give them a 9.5, if not a 10. They're exceptional in terms of what they did. They were neat, they were clean, they were prompt. They paid a considerable amount of attention to detail, the smallest details, and took no shortcuts in terms of dealing with both the restoration of the outside and inside of the house. And I would recommend Allied to anybody at this point if you have a similar type of damage, and Allied can help you restore it back to its original condition. If you're going through this, I would actually recommend that before you go through it, that you make sure your homeowners is something like Chubb. I would recommend that you use a company like Allied, if not Allied, assuming they're not in your area. And I think they were exceptional.